Yes, I so you nature of our consume, but only Yanka Amen.
You are welcome to Winneba Technical Institute. I would like to take this opportunity to tell you something very little about the institute. It was established in 1979. It began as gun-making factory, so to speak. So in 1979, the government of Ghana, through MVTI, decided to absorb the workshop and then converted it to vocational institutes. They then invited 3 German volunteers. So they came and then helped the institute to grow. It gained a nickname, German Volunteers. And then recently, it was converted to Technical Institute. The school runs 9 programs. Courses are in Hawaii and Kokurakum, 9. Electrical engineering, plumbing and gas fitting technology, fashion designing technology, mechanical engineering, catering or hospitality industry, information technology, both IT, soft and hardware. We also have welding and fabrication department. We have building and construction department. They do tiling, block laying, and the rest of it. The student population stands at 2,174. 2,174. Now, Form 3 for now, one school, why 473. Form 2 for why 812. Now, Form 1 for why 888. It's a with the school in pa. Now, you need classroom P, it's one my double track. You build corner Bilba. And see, yes, Rahum. Now, painful hey. The next admission, our orange chamber starting. You to in fair papi. And so I protocol seminar was behind Mr. Rahum. Yanso do kakra. You are the son of this Rahum. Mama Pawanchow. I know you want your child to be here, to be an engineer. But this year we cannot go beyond 500 admission. Last year we took 888, almost 900. Because government has decided that all transition schools should be converted to single track. In Kenya, so you better if you double track, now you have single track. That means September admission, you have 500. It is an select her. Now I feel a protocol. Mr. Ebia, a crowd, Ebia, as Mama, now you got it, and MP, and Assembly, be Education Director. Kekrebi. And in our big now, so I just want to take this opportunity so the pressure will reduce on us come this September. I know they will come, so I have to let you know the situation. Thank you. I'm going to say my mom. So that is the situation we have. School bia were challenges kakra ho, yanso we kakra. Nti yedi honorable na wude. Mo bodo kakra. Aha. Na san no maka bibi kakra bi afa honorable Afenyo-Markin. Mboa odaboa schooling. Me don't have Nanso MCU ha. Former MCU Obama Naswati. Why is the baby? Like a crave in American Wasam. So, school no gate to one Abrosan so it's a multi-purpose structure. It accommodates library, about 50 capacity library. It also contains 50 seats ICT center. We have classroom for fashion and then workshop. The workshop for the fashion technology was single-handedly established by Honorable Afenyo-Markin. Can we clap for him? Yeah. I don't do politics, but I know how to recognize people. And say, Yenzi, Yawaha, Yasuma Ban, Yasuma Amanfo. So we be our Baba, Nabaya and Bono, Yanso, the Botro needs in and Kong. We have a green book that will record people who have the institute. So this man put up that structure for us. He also gave laptops for all the staff teaching and non-teaching. About scholarship on first now I watch school fees MVTI time no. I share my from P over 2,000 a number. I feel so construction of fence wall. Echo yes, your campus a bien aha no nye eja lodge ho. Aye se dormitory ho. Abanisi dormitory no 1-2 fence wall and from home. Until through Honorable Zuberu, Honorable, we started the auto fence wall. We'll do about 40%. Until Honorable Zuberu, Mr. the crowd working. And Manas went in on we and Ayana, a confu wood from war. I'll be Fusu, or I'll go for her and a fan. Some. The friend on we. First wall. I say a Christmas or Bachahan and more perfume rice. I had the power. And say, Zamawa or Dawson. Building with the basic. Now,
the chairperson, the representative of rep of Paramount Chief of Effutu Traditional Area, Nenyigate the 7th, coordinating director, former MC Honorable Kasim Zuberu, the principal of MVTR, Mr. Koyong, director of Health Services, Dr. Paulette Brown, Municipal Director of Education, Nananom, Head of Institutions, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today is personal, it's sacred, and it is deeply emotional for many of us here, not just because we gather in the name of health and development, but because we gather in the name of legacy, sacrifice, and vision. The journey that brings us here started not in a boardroom or on a campaign platform, but in a small rural clinic in Suichich's compound in Winneba, where a pregnant woman positive for hepatitis B cried silently because she could not afford the immunoglobulin her newborn needed. Her story is not fiction, it was real, and it became the turning point that gave birth to everything we stand for today. In those early days of helplessness and heartbreak, and when this mission was just a burden on my heart and nothing else, there was one man who didn't just listen. He stood up. He believed in a young man with no platform, no money, and no NGO background. That man is Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin. He invested not just his money, he helped design the vision. Over 4 million Ghana cedis channeled into mass screenings, free vaccinations, medications for those infected, and immunoglobulin for babies born to positive mothers. These are not just numbers, they are names, they are faces, and they are futures. Today, Because of his unwavering support, more than 20,000 people have been tested and vaccinated in our municipality. Several hundreds have been put on treatment. Dozens of newborns spared a lifetime of infection, and an entire municipality awakened to the silent danger of hepatitis B. But he once said, and I quote him, "Beginnings are always full of uncertainties. Beginnings are full of doubts. Beginnings are full of heartbreaks." Indeed, this journey began with heartbreak, but today we stand in hope because he stayed. That is why we gather here to do these three powerful things. First, to commemorate Effutu Hepatitis B Awareness Day, not just as an event, but as an annual flagship day, like Abuatre, etched into the calendar of Effutu, so that long after we are gone, our people will remember that someone once stood in the gap for them. Second, to launch our new name, Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation, a reflection of broader, deeper mission to touch lives through health, education, and social welfare. And third, to renew our commitment to challenges ahead, rising HIV infections, growing rates of teenage pregnancies, and limited access to education for many bright but needy students. To my boss, as I always call him, our patron, Honorable Alex Afenyo-Markin, on this day, as we celebrate your life, we also celebrate your legacy of compassion, mentorship, and vision. To me, you are not just a member of parliament, you are a father figure, my godfather, and the reason I never gave up on this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this day must live beyond us. Let it be an annual reminder that health is not a privilege, it's a right. That community is not just tradition, it is protection. And that the legacy of one man, Honorable Afenyo-Markin, must continue to echo through every school, every home, and every home. Let us build an Effutu where no girl is left behind because of a preventable pregnancy, and where no one dies in silence from hepatitis B, which is a preventable disease. Nananom, let us make May 27th more than a birthday. Let us make a covenant day of health, hope, and humanity. Long live Effutu Hepatitis B Awareness Day. Long live Afenyo-Markin Alexander. Long live the Effutu dream. Thank you all.
And seeing out in Sambubium, Emerson, Atonsan, and your friend, a nay Abrigua would decline the first. Now, what the name got to Oma Olipi, the speech.
Distinguished elders, honorable chiefs, respected members of this honorable gathering, cherished guests, heads of institutions, I bring a warmest greetings from the Effutu Traditional Council. It is with great humility and deep respect that I stand before you today, not on my own behalf or my own heart, right, but as a proud representative of our revered paramount chief, Neyi Gate VII, whose wisdom, leadership, and guidance continue to inspire us. Through his leadership, so many things have happened to Effutu Traditional Council. Though the paramount chief could love to be present, so many official duties couldn't allow him to be. In the light of this, I have been entrusted with the honor to deliver this important message on his behalf. I kindly ask for your attention and your attention for you to be able to listen to his speech as I deliver it on his behalf. The Honorable Member of Parliament and Minority Leader, Municipal Health Director, Principal of Winneba Technical Institute, esteemed dignitaries, traditional leaders, Mombi's Foundation team, health practitioners, the youth of Effutu, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great honor to stand before you to deliver the keynote speech at this very important Hepatitis B awareness program here at the Winneba Technical Institute. Let me begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this event, the Mombis Foundation, for their tireless effort in championing the cause of eradication of hepatitis B from our communities. With the strong backing and benevolence of our honorable Member of Parliament and Minority Leader, they have proven that when leadership and purpose meet, transformation follows. Indeed, hepatitis B is a silent threat, and it continues to affect countless lives, especially in the communities. But through initiatives like this, we are rewriting the narrative. I salute every health worker, every volunteer, and every supporter who continues to raise awareness, screen, and vaccinate the people of Effutu. Your efforts are not just commendable, they are life-saving. As we gather here today, I would like to underscore the crucial role traditional leadership plays in community health. Our chiefs and elders have long been custodians of not only our culture and customs, but also the well-being of our people. When traditional leaders lend their voices to health campaigns, they bring credibility, trust, and the power to mobilize. I encourage all our traditional leaders to continue using their revered platforms to champion health-related causes like this one. Let us also not forget the youth. The future of Effutu and Ghana lies in the hands of our young people. Empowering them with knowledge, tools, and opportunities is not a privilege, it's a responsibility. Hepatitis B prevention is not just a health matter, it is a developmental issue. A healthy youth population is an empowered one. I urge every young person here not only to get tested and vaccinated, but also to become an ambassador of awareness in our homes, schools, and online space. Today's gathering is also crucial because it coincides with the birthday of a man whose passion for the service has touched many lives, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Effutu and our Minority Leader in Parliament. Please join me in saying a big happy birthday to our Honorable MP. Honorable, your continued support for initiatives like this is a testament to your unwavering commitment to the well-being of your constituencies. May your new age bring strength, wisdom, and even more success in your endeavors. To the people of Effutu, I urge you to take advantage of the MP's benevolence and dedicated efforts of the Mombis Foundation. Get tested, get vaccinated, protect yourself, your family, and your future. In conclusion, let us remember that health is not a privilege for a few. It is a right for all. Together, traditional leaders, political heads, health experts, pastors, youth, institutional heads, we can build a healthy, stronger, and more resilient Effutu and Ghana as a whole. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll start off by the chairman, Nanano, the directors, the honorables, the church leaders, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and then our students. All protocols observed. I am Bright Safo. Just as he has mentioned, I work at Municipal Hospital in the center of the town. And I'm representing Dr. Ampons, and he was supposed to be here. And unfortunately, he wasn't, so I'm standing in. First of all, I want to thank Honorable with the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation for this great opportunity to reach out to the population once again to highlight the importance of hepatitis B in our lives. I hospital, no. The actual impact of Yareno. And most, you know, say, or how bad. By the time I drew hospital, not too late. So we want to really appreciate this opportunity that Honorable is doing and this foundation, and then we are very privileged that we are part of it. So first of all, hepatitis B, and then hepatitis B, Yariba, Etsy, and what we call the liver. Liver, no, only pediatric functions be brain, never be bra. A billion say, a sonic mojanoso with the kidneys. Emma, the pediatric age now ye. And see, I finally say, Yari baby offer and Sebi, and now offer a group, and now offer at the possibility and the pediatric bed. Say a conic mojanoma, liver no, I find a brabon. A Puama is fee beginning. And to say, I really different hepatitis B, a tick sabre born, and a tick at the liver. It's a bonus. Nature also, and the function it's supposed to do. Let's say a baby fee, beginning, any other functions else a yellow, a totuma. It's a bonus, ne a day, a semaba. A year, mostly no hepatitis B. Or to say, many why it's a hand, me will be crap. Now, so say a great here. I express Nippon Enya at na only a great here and never back. A woman say, you don't want to Nippon any yellow. And tell you, I will be fear. Now, what's your rooms are? None in a fitter. Later on, over here, and in a yellow. It's immediately Saba. I'm sorry, I've just been taught something. Alright. And see, the other thing has to do with say, now all of a sudden, you asset to say, Obia onion, those Ben and the asset. Yeah, most when you can say, Sikeni, and now Obia Osikaba, now so, I mean, I'm not going to say, the Eban San say, Brabono, Nona, ye fee, yem, into never way and soon, yem, a far Braboni, not we use our fee, and San Ako, Mojanim. And see, Obibana, the Yema says, Anna, night, says, Brabono, Ayadin, and sentiment, yes, Ejumano, and see, assessor, and never a sight is on. But who before Frost, so, Bema Pana, and no for Abu. And also another sign, extra say, or however, Brabon also. Apart from that, mostly, you know, so pure hepatitis B. Just say, Uba Yarisabia, na ye test, no, na, most of the time, no, na Arabia, say, Cassie a funny part 20, na, a movie, Enya hepatitis B now, I na nipa 17, 18, Jared Banner, I say, it has a self-cure and a self-limiting. In other words, say, so maybe it's new my Effutu. But you another percentage, Omono, say about the sana, and the Omoko liver failure and a liver disease. And then the banner, just said, Obifu for the bread, Emma. I mean, I know. And see, about Yari hepatitis B, a soon a very, very important. Now, in the Uba Municipal Hospital, every week, I know you may have 4 and 5 hours. Na saa brabo yare no hwe nema de bana sei hepatitis B fever esa wo nsano alcohol enti just obi o hepatitis B eni se one nsa enya adamfo bra because nsana nkasa so have brabo no na obi asenya hepatitis B aka ho enti na just wo twa wo kwa ho but I hope the message is being enti we want to use this opportunity to again affirm, say, yeah, the honor was a man. We want to affirm, say, this foundation is doing the right thing. And we want to affirm, say, that mission will be brave, if you be an also, some creating more awareness to the public, and then those who have it can equally come to us for management. At the end of the day, you can say, send a million, just set up by your sabia. And you try the mind and say, every human being, the and found so yare, and answer when yare. I know once every 6 months. Once every 6 months, Bra Hospital. Now you get something we call blood checkup. So we will be a warrior who 6 months is okay. But we will be our own warrior. We say, Ebia, you will be and this will turn 6 months. And every 2 months, another 3 months, you have to pass by. Yeah, test. Our test now, then we can be able to tell us, oh, hepatitis B. Then we can give you the right medication for it. Now, prevention, prevention of hepatitis B. There were different levels. There are honorable yes, a friend of primary prevention. Primary prevention, let's say, person will be crying ama at the assembly aba. And that primary prevention, the key method and education, and awareness. It is just a honorable say, I will see him Cassanse, a man saying, now almost here. Test. So when the test is done, then vaccine. It's a vaccine you need hepatitis B. And you be when you hepatitis B, you want the vaccine. Vaccine any day, can you be your shoulders? And a sharp and the say. One Iberiano enya defense against hepatitis B. If you come in contact with it at any point in time, you wouldn't get it. Most of the time, the best time I also must have vaccine and a buffet brain. And to me, Ghana Health Service, I am in such a way say, I will be here. You want to South Pandiano and son with free hospital. But seven penny phones as any point in time, they are getting a mouse of vaccination pandiano. Meaning, say, yeah, you have movie. Not only South Pandiano. I was first one tested or met test still for hepatitis B. Oh, yes, that test New Year. Now we negative. Now your mouse South Pandiano. And as South Pandiano is for life. I had 3 different doses. And see, I want one time there. And so I know one time. Next, I say, if you can also go, and you want spec. And so what? There's a plan. And so why? Let's show next time. I'll start for next one. Let's start for the 3rd one. And these are the educations we want to draw across. The other prevention has to do with secondary. A friend is secondary. Any patches will be a winner. And the other is me and Mitina has said, when you have hepatitis B, Yareno, and then there was me. One, they say Osumbra Hospital. I didn't know you can say Osumbra Hospital because Yareno, you can say you know what? It's in Ujino, if you are in Effutu. Type this is what they found a group. Oba Hospital, I am all year test to be a found bread warm. They see how is your liver is, how your liver functions. There was another one that everybody who hepatitis hepatitis B no do saying anyone much anymore. And also say idea as some opa enti e hu do na na e do to e do so a yes okay what started fail doing and after 4 months 6 months brabio yes and your test me just e do e no until and I enjoy. So that's the secondary prevention. Meaning say, when you are real, and you don't cure it. It stays there for life, but it's managed. And this say, test when I the two then you use it as a reference point in the subsequent years. No, by the more, and why I remember from ecosystem, it's not even there. And that is the aim of the management. Some Brabon will not progress into cirrhosis. That's one of the complications, and then to liver failure. And then I am severe home. Now, so also one back in time. Now, if you are also a human set, when you I agree, when I akata, when say I cocoa, we don't say all these are meaning. Say you are I want white set and I go far. And also say I was specialist care. I had the mouth. Na amana banasa. So all these are means by which say hepatitis B would not cause mortality. In other words, say sanimo ina wo san yaren emfayo nko and see that honorable say and that the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation for this privilege. And see, I think there's enterprises and areas here almost where screening can be done. And see, you have to find those screenings right around one say municipal hospital. It's your cemetery, your mortuary. It's honorable. One facility there which is always working. You're stressing. You're not testing. Now test now you're positive about municipal hospital. Now you're talking to you. Thank you very much.
Let me use this occasion to acknowledge and recognize the presence of all of us gathered here. And a very good afternoon to you all. It is an honor to be here today on this momentous occasion. The Effutu Hepatitis celebration and the historic launch of the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation. This year's theme, Breaking the Silence, Saving Lives, is not just a call to action. It is a moral imperative, a lifeline for our community, and a beacon of hope for generations to come. Hepatitis B, often called a silent killer, thrives in shadows of ignorance, stigma, and complacency. In Ghana, viral hepatitis claims thousands of lives annually, yet many remain unaware of their status until it is too late. Here in Effutu, we are not immune. The lack of awareness, cultural taboos, and limited access to testing and treatment have allowed this disease to fester unchecked. Karen Gonzalez, an American politician, once said, hepatitis B doesn't always present symptoms, highlighting on its subtle nature and the need to be extra proactive in mitigating it. Today, we declare no more silence. Silence perpetuates suffering. Silence isolates families. Silence robs us of our brothers, sisters, parents, and children. To save lives, we must first break the chains of silence. Breaking the silence means speaking openly about hepatitis B, its causes, prevention, and treatment. Dismantling stigma that discourages testing and disclosure. Empowering communities with knowledge to demand better health care. Saving lives requires prevention through vaccination and education, accessible testing to ensure early diagnosis, affordable treatment for all, regardless of status. This dual approach is not optional. It is a lifeline. Let me especially thank Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin for his profound support in the fight against hepatitis B, the HepaGuard project. On behalf of all the Mambis Foundation, Ghana, and the entire constituency of the Effutu constituency, I express our deepest gratitude again for your extraordinary donation of 1 million cedis in the HepaGuard project to combat hepatitis B in Effutu. Your remarkable generosity and visionary leadership have brought renewed hope to countless individuals and communities affected by this preventable yet devastating disease. This transformative contribution has significantly advanced efforts to expand public awareness campaigns, provide free screening and vaccination programs, and improved access to life-saving treatments for vulnerable populations. Your support not only amplifies our capacity to reach underserved areas, but also underscores the power of collaboration in addressing critical health challenges. It reflects your dedication to fostering a healthier, brighter future for Effutu and Ghana at large. And we say a very big thank you. Today's launch of the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation marks a transformative chapter in our fight against hepatitis B. This foundation, spearheaded by our own Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin, embodies the spirit of community-driven change. Its mission to provide free screenings, subsidized treatments, and public education aligns perfectly with our theme. To the founder, I say your vision is a gift to Effutu. By prioritizing healthcare as a cornerstone of development, you remind us that leadership is not about power, it is about people. As stakeholders, our duty is clear. Traditional and religious leaders, use your influence to educate and destigmatize hepatitis B. Health professionals, expand outreach to remote areas and advocate for policy reforms. Community members, get tested, vaccinate your families, and share knowledge. Government and partners, invest in sustainable healthcare infrastructure. Let us all integrate hepatitis B care into our national health insurance scheme and support initiatives like today's foundation. I'll end with an Akan proverb. A single tree cannot withstand a storm. Together, we are a forest, resilient, unyielding, and rooted in solidarity. As we celebrate Effutu Hepatitis B Day and inaugurate this foundation, let us live here not just with words, but with resolve. Let us break the silence in our homes, markets, and workplaces. Let us save lives through action, compassion, and unity. To all who hear this message, the time is now. The power is ours. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless Effutu, our homeland Ghana, and the collective fight for health and dignity. Thank you very much.
Madam Chairperson, permit me to stand on all other protocols this afternoon. It is both an honor and a duty to stand here today as Municipal Director of Health on this historic occasion, marking Effutu Hepatitis B Awareness Day and the official launch of the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation. Today, we are not just attending an event. It is a statement of purpose, and on behalf of the Effutu Directorate, I am proud to add my voice. Let me begin by reflecting on the health burden we have worked hard to address: hepatitis B. The importance of hepatitis B prevention and mother-to-child transmission control. Hepatitis B is a silent killer. It doesn't make headlines, but it claims lives through liver failure, cirrhosis, and cancer. I say this knowing very well that hepatitis B claimed the life of my brother, a young man, 27, just started work. In Ghana, an estimated 12 to 15% of the population is chronically infected. In Effutu, local screening programs, many of them led by the foundation, have shown worrying high prevalence rates, especially in rural areas where education and access are limited. But there is hope, and that hope is prevention. The Ghana Health Services recommends all newborns of hepatitis B positive mothers receive hepatitis B immunoglobulin within 12 hours of birth. This alone can reduce the risk of transmission by over 90%, and yet many mothers cannot afford it. It is heartwarming to know that Honorable Afenyo-Markin stepped into that gap, providing over 50 newborn with free immunoglobulin and funding mass testing and vaccination campaigns that reach over 20,000 people. Today, as a result, fewer babies in Effutu will start life with chronic illness. It is more than charity. This is a model of preventive public health. HIV/AIDS trends in Effutu, a growing concern. While we celebrate the progress on one front, we must not ignore the rising trend of HIV in our municipality, particularly among the young people and pregnant women. Recent data from our municipal health records indicates that Effutu recorded 170, and I repeat, 170 new HIV cases in 2023 alone, with significant number involving pregnant women and adolescents. This tells us two things. One, mother-to-child transmission of HIV is a real and growing concern. Two, unprotected sexual activities among the youth remains a pressing issue. I am glad to know that this NGO intends to expand its vision to integrate HIV testing and education into these outreach programs. Because if we can reach young people with truth, with tools, and with trust, we can bend this curve. Strategic ways to integrate public education and screening into the community health. As a health directorate, we cannot walk this path alone. Partnerships are key. That's why we are working closely with local leaders, NGOs like the Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation, to mainstream hepatitis B and HIV education into every public gathering. Be it a DEBA, school programs, church services, or market days. Screening becomes as normal as weighing a baby or checking blood pressure. With support, we plan to introduce mobile testing units, train more volunteers, and use digital media to reach the youth where they are on their phones. As we celebrate Effutu Hepatitis B Awareness Day today, it is to be known across Ghana that Effutu is taking charge of its health future. Let the story of the foundation become a model for other districts. And let this day, 27th May, becomes a permanent feature on the Effutu calendar as a flagship health awareness day for generations to come. On behalf of the Ghana Health Services in Effutu, I pledge our continued collaboration. Together, we will test, treat, and transform our community. One mother, one youth, one family at a time. Thank you very much.
Wasahene anamusini ewa ha. Enche bia ena wosoro ne toso. Adi free eye Effutu abankese akunwa no. Eba no amemmu mu agwo no ena oye kanifo anaze mampani ewa ha. Ebire bia na twemu. Enso still all politics in mo anase still all serve Effutu emman. Yere se wo beto sa na dia frɛ Honorable Zubairu Kasim. Alaji Kennedy ho na what was Wasahene eni mu asem no edi abre.
Thank you, MC. Mr. Chairman, Nei Apreku the First, who doubles as the representative of the Effutu Traditional Council of Nei the Seventh, Coordinating Director of Effutu Municipal Assembly, the Principal of NVTI, Mr. Ekoyong, Director of Health Services, Dr. Paulette Brown, Municipal Director of Education, Nananomo, the clergy, heads of institution, service commanders, party executives, party elders, our mother, Madam Esther Afenyo-Markin, who happens to give birth to our MP that we're celebrating today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand before you this afternoon and to represent our Honorable Osahene Alexander Afenyo-Markin. He loves and wishes to be here with us, but a national assignment has taken him out of the country. And for that matter, we would all pray that he finishes that assignment and then gets back to us in Winneba in a very peaceful manner whilst we're celebrating his birthday, in conjunction with Afenyo-Markin Care Foundation. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate Effutu Hepatitis B awareness and to also launch Honorable Osahene Alexander Afenyo-Markin's Care Foundation. So far, as much as I know from the caretakers, if I say caretakers, I mean the Mombi's Foundation, which is headed by Mr. Israel. Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin has spent over 4 million Ghana cedis in the fight against hepatitis B in Effutu Municipality. Mr. Chairman, through the support of Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin, 20,000 people have been tested, vaccinated against hepatitis B in Effutu. Nananomo, it is worthy to say that Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin has provided a dedicated center in Winneba where people visit to have free testing, vaccination, and treatment of hepatitis B in Effutu here. Again, Mr. Chairman, it is important, like we celebrate Aboche in Effutu. I am calling for those of us in Effutu that matters to institutionalize May 27th, which is the birthday of Osahene Alexander Afenyo-Markin, as an official day on Effutu's calendar to celebrate and observe Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin annually. This is to raise the awareness, to encourage testing and vaccination of individuals within and outside Effutu. To add to what I want to say, vaccination or hepatitis B, which has become of an importance to Effutu today, started way back in 2010. There was a day when Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin or Sahini called myself and other friends like Ashes. I call him Ashes. Those of us here that knows him will know. And then one friend of ours who's also called Fire. And say, gentlemen, there's a sickness that is happening in the country, and for that reason I want all of us, because we eat together, we drink together, we do almost everything together. I wouldn't know if you have that disease, and equally you wouldn't know if I have. So all of us are moving to Cocoa Clinic, that is after Carnation. There's a hospital there, facility there. So in 2010, we all moved to Cocoa Clinic to be vaccinated. We were tested and vaccinated at that point. That is in 2010. After that, we went on and on and on and on and on until he came down here to institutionalize the same thing here. And thankful to Almighty, when this was established in Effutu here, we were the very first people that were tested and vaccinated with same hepatitis B treatment. And that's, I wouldn't want to talk too much because the first speakers have said it all. All I want to say is that the owner of heavens should protect, guide Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin in giving him more wisdom, in giving him more years, in giving him all that Lord himself wants to give him, so that with all those things, he can control the affairs of Winneba. If I am to add this, we have earlier political leaders of Effutu, and to my observation, nobody in Effutu who has gotten the helm of affairs in politics has in one way or the other done what Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin has done. Just as what the headmaster to the school, just as what Mr. Young was saying, the director of MVTI, he has a green book for Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin for what is done to the school. Equally, as I stand here, I believe everybody in Effutu, every household in Effutu has a green book on the contribution and performances of Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin. And on this note, not to talk too much, because earlier presented have said it, and I want to say we thank all that are gathered here, and those of us who have not taken the vaccination or who have not gone to test ourselves, like the man talking or the MC talking. The foundation is here. You can just walk there, take a test, and then take the vaccination. And at the end of the day, all of us in Effutu will be in a good health based on the initiative of Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin. On this note, or to this end, I say long live Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin, long live Effutu man, and long live all of us in Effutu. God bless all of us. And we pray that he comes through in a very healthy manner. Thank you.